All right, a trailer for The Matrix 4, a movie that was rumored like 10 years ago, and then it was like, no, this is really happening. And now we have a trailer. I'm a sucker for good song choice and blending the visuals as well as the audio, like, you know, the music and the sound effects that go with the music. That's kind of, it seems like a no shit scenario. Like, yeah, of course, that's what trailers do. But not all of them do. In fact, it feels few and far between trailers that actually nail it. I feel like this trailer nailed it. First of all, song choice, White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. Not only is it one of the greatest swell songs of all time, you know, a song that starts out very subtle and then just climbs until the climax of the song. Yeah, White Rabbit's the song I'll reference when referencing that. Also the trial, the court song from Chrono Trigger. But not only that, but it's also thematically relevant to The Matrix. But then it kicks off with this very Matrixy trailer music blended into that song, and it completely fits. Sound effects like gunshots going with the cadence of the beat. I've watched this trailer 12.5 times now. It's a killer trailer. So I love the audio visual blending aesthetic of it all, the way the music blends with the sound effects and blends with the visuals. Okay, but what do we have for the plot? We don't really know, which is awesome. I love that. I love the fact that it's not like, hey, Neo, remember what happened with you and Agent Smith all those years ago? Well, no, they don't do that. It's just Neo's here, Trinity's here. They're like, have we met before? So you're like, is it... What is it? I mean, it's called The Matrix Resurrections, so is it dealing with reincarnation in that respect? You don't know, but Neo's been having these visions, and so the doctor, NPH over here, is like, I'm gonna do what doctors do. I'm gonna write you a prescription for that. A blue pill, in fact. Then he's tripping balls in his mirror to the point where Joe Rogan's about to have him on the podcast. Well, we've heard that the One is this repeating anomaly in the Matrix that's just destined to happen. So, okay, let's say this is the next one. Again, as we're speculating, this trailer gives you enough to just speculate about. I love that about trailers. Let's say the robots get wind of it. It's like, all right, we can kill him, and then he'll come back. Or we can write him a prescription for blue pills and just keep him subdued for as long as we possibly can. Everything's alternate realities now, right? We're in the cinematic alternate reality kick. Are we playing out the life of that alternate Neo in that alternate decision that could have been made, which did get made here? Where that Neo shook hands with the architect, took his blue pill, and went back to bed? There is that scene when he's in front of the mirror and it looks like his face turns into old Agent Smith's face, which is that a byproduct of how the Matrix Revolutions ended? It's like, what, are they like part of one code now? I do miss Lawrence Fishburne though. You know, that's the thing that you feel the loss here. I mean, Carrie-Anne Moss is Trinity in terms of title, in terms of her name, but Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Lawrence Fishburne, they're the Trinity in concept and execution. Who knows? Maybe this is so far in the future, he gets out of there, he's like, I remember everything. Where's Morpheus? And like, that was like 200 years ago. Plot twist. This movie's actually not a sequel, it's a prequel. But in the end, I thought it was a really kick-ass trailer. I love the first Matrix movie. There was a time where I was like, I don't want the Matrix 4. Because the first Matrix, I saw someone describe the first Matrix and he said,
the first Matrix was quite naturally perfect. It was a work of art.
Maybe he was, actually, technically speaking, he was talking about the first Matrix in that scene. But the first Matrix movie is cinematic sci-fi perfection, and the sequels aren't as good as the first movie, and there was a time I was like, nope, I just hate the sequels. But I've come to the point where I can appreciate things about the sequels. Like the Merovingian is a great character. He's incredible. There are things about the sequels I do enjoy. It's just they're not what the first movie is. I suppose that's what the Matrix 4, the Matrix Resurrections rather, is gonna run into. It's probably not gonna do what the first Matrix did in terms of what it did cinematically, to consciously, in terms of people's imaginations. So now I'm like, yeah, bring on a fourth Matrix movie. Worst case scenario, it sucks, and the first one is still perfect. But in terms of trailer, this was a pretty kick-ass trailer. All right, so the Matrix Resurrections trailer, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.